Today is Wednesday, Rosh Chodesh Iyar, and also it's the 15th day of the Omer. And the 15th of the Omer, day of the Omer is 2 weeks and 1 day. It's under the heading of Chesed, shebatiferet. We're starting now the third week. The third week is under the heading of Tiferet, which means glory, but also could be explained in English as harmony or compassion. This is where Yaakov Avinu represents Tiferet, brings the Chesed, the outpouring of loving kindness of Avraham, together with the discipline and the Gvura, the strength and discipline of Yitzchak Avinu. He merges them together, he harmonizes them together, the loving kindness together with discipline, and you have as a combination of the two a harmony which comes into Tiferet, which is a glory, harmony, compassion, and it's a merging of these two aspects of Abraham and Yitzchak. And also we say, Titen emet leYaakov, give truth to Yaakov. It's a kind of a truth when you have emet, aleph, mem, taf. Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, taf is the last letter, mem is in the middle. So there is a kind of a merging into a middle aspect here, which is the approach of Yaakov, and that's the whole third week. However, today it's Chesed shebatiferet, which means loving kindness within that tiferet, within that harmony. And in other words, today we highlight the aspect of love within that glory, within that compassion, within that harmony. And love is different than pity. You have compassion to someone. It's different than having pity for him. It should be like from love rather than pity. And this idea is the idea of the heading of today. As we think about each day of the Omer, what quality do we highlight? But to say a word also on the parasha of this week, this coming Shabbat, we're going to read two parashiot, Tazria and Metzora. The beginning of Tazria deals with childbirth, but the rest of the parasha, and also the next parasha that we'll read, Metzora, have to do with tzara'at, which is leprosy. Leprosy, actually, that's how we translate tzara'at into English as leprosy, for lack of a better word to describe this physical illness, which is actually a spiritual illness, and it's a result, tzara'at, Chachamim tell us, it's a result of speaking Lashon Hara. That's why metzora is an acronym for Motzi Shem Ra, the one who gives a bad reputation to someone, one who speaks in an evil manner about another person. That's Lashon Hara. Part of the process of purifying that person who had tarat and concluding his time that he was separate from the camp, and at the end of it there are two birds that are taken. One is slaughtered and the other one is let to go free. There's a lot of symbolism here. By the way, also you take Etz Erez, a cedar tree, and Ezov is hyssop, and there's a lot of symbolism here. But if we speak today about this idea of the birds are chirping, tweeting, doing all this noise. Also, this is representative of the Lashon Hara that was through the person speaking, and we slaughter one bird and we send away the other bird. Why is one bird sent away as part of the process? I saw a beautiful explanation brought by Rabbi Pinchas Friedman in Shvilei Pinchas. He says there's two ways that a person can act improperly with his mouth. One of them is speaking wrongly, saying Lashon Hara, speaking evil speech. That is represented by the bird that is slaughtered. In other words, we want to stop that kind of speech. The bird that is sent away is actually representative of times that we should have spoken and we did not speak. Of course, there are times when you should refrain from speaking. There's a temptation to speak sometimes and to say things, you refrain. But there are other times when a person refrained from speaking when he should have spoken, whether it is to correct someone or whether it is to give a compliment when a compliment was due, or whether it was to give a certain advice when advice was to be given, or many situations when a person should have spoken and he did not speak. That, to atone for those situations, one bird is let go to fly away and to continue chirping and to continue speaking, to indicate to that person that there are times when he should speak, and those are times when if you refrain from speaking, that would have been the wrong thing to do. And that's why we send that bird to atone for those times, that bird that will continue chirping. So this is one of the symbolisms involved in the purification of the person who was metzora. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.